Namaskar. Once again, welcome you all. Those who are connecting with us, those who are going to practice with us, and those who will do the practice later on after watch at according to their comfortable level. So, we will start the session with prayer of today's session. Sit comfortably. Sukhasan, Ardha Padmasan, Padmasan or Vajrasan. Sit in any meditative posture. Adopt Gyan Mudra of both hands. Your back should be straight. Keep your spine erect and straight. Close your eyes gently. Observe your body from head to toe once. Now take a deep, long inhale. Deep, long exhale. Let us start the session with one time Omkar or one mantra. Breathe in, join your palms. Tamastu ma vidvishavahe. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Gently place your palms on your eyes and open your eyes. Bring your arms back. Yes. Once again, welcome you all to CYP Yoga Sadhana program. Yesterday we have done the whole protocol, but we focused on the standing series, on joint movements, loosening practices or yogasanas of the standing series. We have done the sitting and supine and prone series postures also, and pranayama and dhyana, but we have focused on the standing series postures. Today we will focus on the sitting series posture. We will learn, if you are not able to do, what can you do in place of that sitting series posture, and small more basic things of the sitting series postures. So get ready. We will start with loosening practices. Stand at your place. Loosening practices helps to increase blood circulation in the body. It helps to make flexible the joints. We will do the practice of neck, shoulder, trunk and knee. So stand erect. First of all, align your body, feet apart 2 inches, hands by the side of the body. Close your eyes. This is Samsthiti. Surrender your body weight towards the floor and connect with yourself. Observe your body. Observe your breathing. Now we start neck movement. Place your hands on your waist. Forward and backward neck bending. With exhalation, bring your head forward and try to touch the chin to the chest. Your eyes should be open. Inhale, raise your head up and take your head backward. Feel the stretch on the upper side on the front side of the neck region. Exhale, bring your head down. Feel the stretch on the back side of the neck region. Inhale, take your head back, maximum. Exhale and bring to the starting position. Now, next movement of the neck, right and left neck bending. Exhale, bend your head right side so that the ear moves as close as possible toward the right shoulder. Inhale, come to the center. Exhale, bend your head left side. Don't raise your shoulders, remember that. Inhale, come to the center. While exhaling, bend right side once again. I told you yesterday, you should not exhale and then go, you should exhalation, do the exhalation. Inhale, come to the center. Exhale, left side. While doing exhalation, then synchronize your movement. Inhale, come to the center. Third practice of neck joint, right and left neck twisting. Exhale, twist your neck right side. Take your head towards the right side. Maximum, very good. Inhale, come to the center. Exhale, left side. Inhale, come to the center. We will repeat one more time. Exhale, twist your neck maximum right side so that the ear be in a straight shoulder line. Inhale, come to the center. Left side, so that the chin in a line with the left shoulder. Come to the center with inhalation. Now, fourth and the last neck movement in this CYP program, that is neck rotation. If you have a cervical spondylitis, please avoid this practice. Exhale, head bend forward. Inhale, rotate your head clockwise direction, in clockwise direction with open eyes. Exhale, bring your head down. Very good. Now, repeat this practice on anti-clockwise direction. Inhale, exhale. Very good. Repeat one more time, clockwise direction with open eyes. Balance on both feet. Exhale, bring your head down. Repeat. Inhale in an anti-clockwise direction. Exhale, bring your head down. And with inhalation, bring your head to the center and arms back to the starting position. Close your eyes, feel the impact. If you do this neck practice, neck movement on the regular basis, it helps to increase the neck movement or range of motion of the neck joint. Yes. Now, we will move towards the shoulder movement. Inhale, raise both the arms sideways above your head and palms facing outward. Stretch your hands properly. Exhale, bring your hands down from the sides. Once again, inhale, stretch your arms. Exhale, slowly come back. Next movement, shoulder rotation. So get ready for shoulder rotation who are doing with us. Inhale, raise your arms up to the shoulder level. Turn your palms upward, bend your elbows, place your fingers on the respective shoulders. And now join your elbows. Exhale, yes. Now inhale, rotate your elbows or rotate your shoulder in a circular manner from front to back. And exhale, bring your hands down. And once again, join your elbows in front of the shoulders. Repeat it one more time. Now reverse. We will do this practice on the other side. From back to front, exhale, then inhale. Very good. Repeat 2 more times. We have introduced yesterday, we have taught you, if you are not able to do shoulder rotation like this, so you can do the shoulder rotation as simplified version like this. Bring your arms down and relax. Adjust yourself. Next, practice trunk twisting. So, keep your legs shoulder length apart. Inhale, raise both the arms to the front up to the shoulder level, keeping the arms parallel and palms facing each other. Exhale, rotate the trunk to the right side so that the left palm close to the right shoulder. With inhalation, come to the center. Exhale, twist your body left side. With inhalation, come to the center. Exhale, right side. Twist your trunk region. Inhale. Exhale, it helps to increase the flexibility of the spine. Inhale and bring your arms down. Yes. We will move towards the neck joint movement, that is knee movement. So, get ready. Here, keep your legs shoulder length apart. Inhale, raise your arms up to the shoulder level from front and the palms facing downward. So, get ready for the knee movement. If you have a osteoarthritis knee problem, so please avoid this practice. Exhale, bend your knees and come to the half squatting position. Give pressure on the big toe, but not too much. Inhale, come to the center. Exhale, once again go down. Your thighs should be parallel to the floor. Inhale, come to the center and bring your arms down. Close your legs. Close your legs and get relaxed. After these 4 movements, 4 loosening practices of CYP program, we begin with Yogasanas practices. We will do the practice of the Yogasanas. Tadasana, Vrikshasana, Padhastasana, Ardhachakrasana or Trikonasana. We have learned in the yesterday session modified version or simplified version of those 5 postures. But today we will do the final practice of these asanas. So, get ready for Tadasana. Yes, open your eyes. Stand with your feet 2 inches apart. Turn your side. Thank you, sir. Adjust your clothes. Inhale, raise your arms up to the shoulder level from front. Interlock your fingers, turn out your palms, exhale. Now inhale, stretch your arms, align your body, don't take your hands too much back, don't take your hands forward, center and get your alignment. Yes, stretch your body, stretch up and now focus at one point, raise your heels off the floor, balance on the toes. This asana helps to make neuromuscular coordination and firmness to the body. Yes. Balance. Give pressure on the big toe. Maintain the posture with normal breathing. Slowly bring your heels down. Bring your arms down from the sides. Slowly stretch your arms and then bring your arms down. Relax yourself. Feel the impact of Tadasana. And we move towards the Vrikshasana. Turn your side please. Focus on a point in front. Exhale, move the right leg up and try to place the foot on the inner side of the left thigh. And with the heel placed as close as the perineum. First of all, balance here. And now slowly inhale, raise both the arms sideways. Turn your palms and now join your palms, stretch your arms, align your body. find your balance. Neck center, raise your chin a little bit up, balance. Very good. Slowly come back with exhalation. Bring your right leg down. Now we will repeat this practice with this left leg. Exhale, bend the left leg, balance. Inhale, raise the arms up and maintain the final position with normal breathing. There is no need to hold your breath, maintain the position. Back. And relax. Catch your breath. Vrikshasana. It's very beneficial for neuromuscular coordination. Now, turn your side. We will do the Padhastasana. People having severe low back pain shall avoid this practice. Padhastasana. You will do the Padhastasana according to your flexibility of the spine. Yes. Keep your feet 4 inches apart. Inhale and raise the arms up from the front. Stretch your arms upward. Exhale, slowly bend forward with straight back. Now, place your hands, place your palms beside your feet. Yes. Transfer the body weight towards your toes a little bit. Yes. Take your head down and inside. Legs are perpendicular to the ground. Maintain the posture with normal breathing. Very good. If you are feeling too much pain in your hamstring muscles, if you are getting pain in your thighs, so you can bend your knees. According to your capacity, you can do it. Now, slowly come back with inhalation. Bring your arms and body back to the starting position. Yes, stretch up, then bring your arms down with exhalation. Now, next posture, Ardha Chakrasana. People having giddiness, neck pain and shoulder pain may practice with care. Now, place your hands on your waist, elbows close each other, elbows parallel to each other. Now, inhale, raise your head back. Exhale, bend more backward from the thoracic and the lumbar region, but don't bend your knees. Eyes should be open and balance on the both feet. Maintain the posture with normal breathing. This asana improves the lungs capacity and flexibility of the spine. Slowly come back with inhalation. Bring your arms down. Catch your breath. Close your eyes. Yes. Now we move towards the last standing posture, Trikonasana. Yes. People having low back pain, neck pain, stiffness shall practice with care. If you are not able to do the final version, final practice of the Trikonasana, you can do the modified version, simplified version. Yes. Open your legs 3 to 4 feet apart. Inhale, raise both your arms up to the shoulder level from the sides. Turn your palms outward. Now turn your right foot towards the 90-degree angle of the right side. Exhale, bend towards the right side with straight back. Very good. Place your right hand behind the right foot. Now turn your head and gaze at the left side, left hand's fingers. Align your body. Focus. Now breathe normally, maintain the posture. This asana strengthens the muscles of waist, thighs and shoulder. With inhalation, slowly come back. Turn your right foot back. Now, we will do this practice on the left side. Turn your left foot towards the left side. Exhale, bend left side with straight back. Very good. Turn your head and gaze at the middle finger of the right hand. Yes. See how beautifully he is doing it. Very good. Inhale and slowly come back. Bring your left foot back to the normal position. Now bring your arms down, join your legs together and relax. Now we will move toward the sitting series posture. Today we will do the sitting series posture with simplified version, or I will tell you what will be the focus points while we will do the sitting postures. So please sit in Vishramasana. Yes. Stretch your legs out. Place your hand beside the hip region or just behind the hip region. Open your legs, spread your toes sideways, raise your neck up. This is Vishramasana or relaxation pose. Breathe normally. Now from here we will move towards the next posture, that is Bhadrasana. But before Bhadrasana we will do the Dandasana. It's the final position of the Dandasana is like the stick. Your body, your back, your legs should be straight. Join your legs. Place your hand beside your hips region. Yes. Elbows close to your body. Yes. Now stretch your back. Keep pressure a little bit on your palms. Stretch your back. Pull your back up, up, up. Yes. Neck center. And close your eyes. You will get some pressure. Good stretch in your thighs. So don't worry. This will happen in the initial stage. But if you are a practitioner, so you will not feel this kind of pain. Observe your breathing. Without using your fingers, try to find out which nostril is active, left or right, which nadi is active, Ida or Pingala. Now get ready for the next posture, Bhadrasana. Open your eyes. Bend your knees and put your soles of your feet together. Yes. First of all, stay here. Stretch your back. If you have a osteoarthritis knee, so don't take your heels too much back. You can do little bit forward, and now exhale. Hold your feet. Yes. Clasp your fingers. Yes. Stretch your back. Align your body. Now pull your heels closer to your body. Push your knees down. This is the final posture of Bhadrasana. But if you are not able to perform the final posture, so what will you do? You can place one blanket, one towel under the buttocks. So I request to my colleague, so please do it. Or you can use the two cushions, two pillows under the thighs region, under the knee region for doing this practice. You can see he is showing you. You have to sit on little bit height, and then once again bend your knees, put the soles of your feet together. Yes. You can see the change. Stretch your back. Now close your eyes. Focus points of this posture, if I say. So what you have to do? You have to focus first of all, after the final position, maintaining the final position, your shoulders should be not tightened. Your back should not be leaning forward. It should be in center. Your knees not getting hurt. If it's getting hurt, so please lose your grip and try to push your knees downward with every exhalation, or you can do after 3 to 5 exhalations, just little bit down, and breathing should be normal. So these few focus points, don't tighten any part of the body. Now open your eyes, extend your legs forward, remove the blanket under your buttocks and relax in Vishramasana. Please keep it aside. Yes. Relax in Vishramasana. So this was the Bhadrasana, and Bhadrasana is very good for abdominal muscles, make healthy. Yes. Now we will move towards the Vajrasana. People having osteoarthritis knee problem, please avoid this practice, or who have injured ankle recently, so please avoid this practice. Now for Vajrasana, once again come to the Dandasana. Always we do the practice like this, step by step. First Vishramasana, relax, then Dandasana, then next posture. Now turn your right leg and place your right foot under the right buttock. Similarly, fold your left leg. Yes. Now position of the buttocks is in space between the heels and the feet, and place both the feet in such a way that the big toes touching each other. Keep your arms on your respective knees. Close your eyes. This is the final posture of Vajrasana, but if you are not able to perform this, so what you can do, place your that blanket, that towel under the ankle region. Yes. Yes, you can see you have to sit on the you place your ankles on this blanket and sit. Yes, you can spread your knees little bit. Yes, so you will not find too much difficulty to do the Vajrasana after placing the blanket under the, or after placing the towel under the ankle region. Still, if you are facing problem, so you can place one towel behind the hips and the heels also. So this is the way we do the Vajrasana in the simplified version. Close your eyes, maintain the final posture. Vajrasana is good for digestion and strengthen the leg nerves. You can do this posture after just finishing the meal, and it helps for digestion. From here, we will move towards the Ardha Ustrasana. So remove that blanket. Yes. Inhale, come up to the kneeling position. Spread your knees and feet few inches apart. Place your palms on the buttocks with fingers pointing downwards. Keep the upper arms parallel to each other. Yes, you can feel the expansion of thoracic. If you are not able to do this, so you just hold your waist. If you are not able to place the palms properly and making the elbow close, you can hold the waist and you can just take your head back. Okay. So now from here, inhale, raise the head backward. Exhale, bend more backward, and maintain the final position with normal breathing. Ardha Ustrasana. It helps to relieve lower back pain. Be there and focus point of this posture. Don't tighten the shoulders. Keep your elbows parallel. Try to make balance. Don't move your body forward and backward. Don't tighten your lower back muscles as much as possible. Push it. Try to make your thighs parallel, perpendicular to the ground. and place the feet firmly on the ground. Now with inhalation, slowly come back and sit in Vajrasana. Relax yourself. Close your eyes. Feel the impact of Ardha Uttanasana. Now, we will perform the Uttanasana. So, I will show you, I will request to my colleague, he will show you how you have to do the simplified version of Uttanasana. Actually, the Ardha Uttanasana is the automatically the simplified version of Uttanasana, but if you are not able to perform the Uttanasana in the final posture, the feet facing upward, so you can stand your toes like this. Now inhale, raise your head back, exhale, take your hands back and hold the heels. Yes, push your hip more forward, come to the final position. So you can do the Uttanasana like this and maintain the final posture. Slowly come back. Very good. Come to the kneeling up position. I will request, now show the final posture, do the final practice. Turn your toes outward. Once again, inhale, go back. Exhale, try to place your palms on the respective heels. Yes. And push your hip more forward, lower back forward. Come to the final posture. So, what is the focus point? What will be the focus point here? Don't tighten the shoulders, don't tighten the neck muscles. You have to drop your neck, and then thighs should be parallel. Remember that you are not going to be opening, your knees are not sliding. Usually people maintain the posture, but they are not able to find their knees are sliding and they get disbalance. So, don't do this. Get a firm grip, slowly come back with inhalation and come to the Vajrasana. Yes, relax yourself. Now, we will do the next posture, Shashakasana. After the backward bending posture, we will move towards the Shashakasana, forward bending posture. First, we will show the simplified version of the Shashakasana. Here we will show 2 to 3 variation of the simplified version. So, sit in Vajrasana, place your hand forward in front of the knees, don't open your knees. Yes. And stretch your arms forward with exhalation. Stretch your arms. Yes. And bend forward, place your head or chin on the ground. This is the Saral Shashakasana simplified version. Yes. Now from here, you can do this variation, otherwise you can do this other variation. You can take your hands back, place your hand beside the knees, or you can place your hands near the thighs. Yes, take your hands back, more back, palm facing upward, yes, near the ankle region. Yes. This is also the simplified version of the Shashakasana. Now with inhalation and take support of palms, slowly come back. We will do one more simplified version with the help of one prop, one bolster. Yes. Spread your knees, use the bolster between your knees, just place it, spread your knees. With exhalation, bend forward and rest your body on the bolster. Yes. Relax your shoulders, bend your elbows, relax yourself. So, you can do the Shashakasana like this also, if you are not able to perform the final posture. Shashakasana helps to reduce stress and anxiety. It helps to improve also the concentration. Slowly bring back to the starting position and do the final posture of Shashakasana. Please remove the bolster, check your knees, place your palms between the knees. With exhalation, bend forward and stretch the arms to the front. Place the arms, chin and chest on the ground. Keep the arms parallel and maintain the final position with normal breathing. Very good. So, what will be the focus points here? Do not tighten your arms, it should be stretched parallel, but will be relaxed. Check your spine, it should not be hunched, it should be straight. Check your legs, do not spread too much your knees or do not make it too much closer. In the final posture, spread your knees comfortably apart, do not raise the buttocks and keep breathing. With few inhalation and exhalation, if you feel comfortable, just stretch it more, stretch your chin and chest more forward, extend your back. You will see after few inhalation or exhalation, after few breathing, you are more comfortable and then you can stretch it more. So, these are the focus points of Shashakasana. Now, slowly come back, come to the starting position in Vajrasana and relax yourself. Feel the impact of Shashakasana. We have done the backward and forward movement. Feel it. Now, we will move to the next posture of sitting series, Uttana Manduk Asana, means upstretch frog posture. I will request to my colleague, those who are not able to perform the Uttana Manduk Asana in Vajrasana, he will show you. You can do this posture in the Sukhasana. So, please sit in Sukhasana, turn your face this side, little bit, yes. Now, from Sukhasana, raise your arms upward with inhalation, stretch it. Now, interlock your fingers, place your palms on your head, yes. You can do this variation also and then take your hands towards your head region, back side of the head, yes. So, if you are able to perform this, now try to move your hands cross on the opposite shoulders, try to place your palms on the opposite shoulders, stretch your elbows upward, yes. You can do the Uttana Mandukasana like this. This asana also helpful in backache problem and cervical spondylosis. Now, slowly come back with inhalation, bring your arms back, yes, and please show the final posture. Once again come back to the Vajrasana, yes. Now, spread your knees wide apart, sit between your heels, yes. Now, inhale, raise your arms upward, stretch it. Now, bend your elbows and place your palms on the opposite shoulders. One by one. Focus point of this posture, you should not tighten your thoracic region. Relax your thoracic region. Don't tighten the neck and shoulder joint, and make your spine straight, get aligned. How you can do it? Just relax your thoracic and stretch your waist region upward. You can see, if you are doing with us, you can see the changes. Relax your thoracic, stretch your spine region or waist region upward, and give pressure on the both feet. Don't transfer your body on the left or right feet, and balance, maintain the posture, close your eyes. Now with inhalation, slowly come back, bring your arms back and join your legs together. Yes. Bend a little towards the left side, take out the right leg and then left leg, extended it and relax in Vishramasana with support of your hands backward and legs wide apart. Yes. Vishramasana. I told you earlier, Vishramasana is a relaxation pose in the sitting series posture. Just relax yourself for a few seconds. Now, we will move towards the next posture, that is Vakrasana. Once again, come to the Dandasana. First, we will show you the modified version. I will request, show the modified version from the left leg. Bend your left leg. Yes. Place the left foot beside the right knee and place your left hand behind the hip region. Yes. Hold the right knee. Yes. First of all, hold the right knee, just knee region, not the thighs. Yes. Elbows relax. Extend your back upward with inhalation. Twist your body. This is the simplest form of the Vakrasana, but if you are able to do some other, if you have the flexibility, you can do the other variation also. Take your hand more down, hold the thighs. Yes. If you think you are not finding any kind of difficulty in this posture also, so you can take your arm, extend your arm and hold the ankle or the arch of the foot. You can see from the holding the knee, we have extended the hand. When we feel we are able to perform this, then we are in the final posture. Otherwise, you can just hold the knee or you can hold the knee under the thigh also and then be there with normal breathing. In our Facebook platform, somebody asking about the what is the position of the other foot. So, I tell you, other foot should be relaxed, do not tighten the toes. Some people do the stretching of the toes forward, but we recommend center, toes should be relaxed. Slowly come back. Repeat this practice on the other side. First simplified, then the final posture. Just hold the knee from the under the thigh. Yes, you can do it like this also, and then from the upper side, take your hand from the upside, hold the knee, धीरे से ऊपर से पकड़ लो, and now hold the thighs and come to the final posture. Stretch your back. Yes, focus point of the Vakrasana. don't leaning backward. Main thing in the Vakrasana, twisting, but while doing the twisting, we are just trying to find the final posture, we are trying to catch the ankles. If you are not able to do, you can do the simplified version. Main focus on twisting, center alignment and expansion the chest and stretched back. If you are leaning backward, you are contracting your shoulders, you are not stretching your back, you are not twisting properly. So, you will not get those benefits of Vakrasana which you can get it by the final posture, which you can get it. So, you can do the simplified version if you are not able to perform the final posture. Slowly come back and relax yourself in Vishramasana. Yes. Now, we have finished the sitting series postures. We have introduced, we have shown you the simplified version of the Bhadrasana, Vajrasana, and then Ardha-Ushtrasana we have done, Ushtrasana, Uttan Mandukasana, Shashakasana or Vakrasana. Now, we will move towards the next series of the posture, prone series and then supine series. So, come lie down on your stomach, on your abdominal region with the feet comfortably apart. For prone series, just lie down. Yes. We will start the prone series from Makarasana. Yes. Stretch your arms forward. First of all, stretch your arms. Yes. Join your legs. Extend your whole body. Stretch your whole body. Yes. Now, bend your arms at the elbows so that the palms are resting below the face. Yes. Spread your legs and toes pointing outwards. Yes. Turn your face. Place your right or left cheek on those palms and relax yourself. This is Makarasana. This is a relaxation pose of prone series posture. Focus here. What it will be the focus point? Just focus on the lower back. With inhalation and exhalation, surrender your body weight. Yes. Just relax yourself for a few seconds. Keep breathing. Feel the inhalation and exhalation. Just relax yourself. Surrender your body weight towards the floor, towards the Mother Earth. Yes. Relax each and every body part. Now, from here, we will move towards the Bhujangasana. First, we will do the Saral Bhujangasana, then Bhujangasana. So, join your legs, extend your hands forward, stretch your arms. Yes. Place the forehead on the ground. Now, bring your legs together, bend your elbows, bring your hands beside the chest region. Yes. Place the elbows on the ground. First, show the Saral Bhujangasana. Yes. Make sure from the little finger to the elbows should be the straight line. Now, with inhalation, raise your chin, shoulders and upper part of the body. Don't open your legs. Yes. Adjust your hands so that your elbows will be come in a straight line to the shoulder region. Neck upward and maintain the posture. This is Saral Bhujangasana. Now, from here, we will move towards the Bhujangasana. Just slide your hands backward where your elbows are. Yes, you can see how beautifully he is doing. This shows how much strength you have in your back. Elbows close to the body, relax your shoulders, maintain the final posture. Bhujangasana, reduce the extra fat of the abdominal region and relieves from constipation. With exhalation, bring the head down and rest your forehead on the ground. Come in Makarasana and relax yourself. Take a deep long inhale and deep long exhale. Once again, we will do the Bhujangasana. Join your legs. Place your palms beside your chest region, elbows close to the body. Yes. With inhalation, raise your chin, raise your shoulders region. Elbows should be close to the body and come up. Yes. Usually people do the mistake, they open their elbows, they sideways. They spread the elbows sideways, but don't do it. Maintain the posture with normal breathing, or if I say maintain the posture with 5 to 7 breaths. So you can feel your breathing, 5 to 7 breathing, and then with exhalation, come back to the starting position and relax yourself in Makarasana. Makarasana is the relaxation pose for every prone series. Now we will move towards the Shalabhasana. Join your legs, stretch your arms forward. Now place your hands beside your thighs. Yes, palms facing downward. If you are not able to do the final posture, you can do with one by one leg, but we are going to do the final posture today. Inhale, raise both the legs without bending the knees upward. Yes. Use your back strength, use your core strength, pull it more up and maintain the final posture with normal breathing. This asana relieves from sciatica and backache. Don't tighten the shoulders, don't raise your chin, and slowly come back with exhalation. Take a deep long inhale, catch your breath, exhale deeply. Then once again we will repeat this practice. Join your legs. Yes, with inhalation, raise your legs upward, try to raise your feet, shin, knees and then thighs. Maintain the posture without bending the knees, without holding your breath. Now slowly come back and relax in Makarasana. So these three practices, Makarasana, Bhujangasana and Shalabhasana, these three practices are in the CYP program in prone series postures. Now we will do the supine series posture. We will move towards the supine series. Lay down on your back and relax yourself. Somebody asked, can we move our head left side or right side? Yes, you can do. You can turn your head any side which you feel comfortable. You can place your right cheek or left cheek on your palms. Now, on supine series, Shavasana is the relaxation pose. We will start from here. First, we will do the Setubandhasana. Join your legs. Place your hands beside the thighs. Bend both your knees and bring your heels towards the buttocks. Now try to hold your ankles, but if you find the difficulty to hold the ankles, you can place your palms near the heels. Yes. You can touch your heels. Yes. Now inhale, raise your buttocks and trunk to form a bridge. Neck should be in center. Maintain the position with normal breathing. Yes. You can close your eyes, keep breathing. Thighs should be parallel. Don't spread the knees wide apart. This asana is found beneficial in depression and stretches abdominal organs, improves digestion and helps to relieve constipation. Slowly come back with exhalation. Extend your legs and relax. We will do one other asana of the supine series, that is Markatasana. Now bend your both knees once again. Keep them close to each other. Join your knees, join your heels and toes. Inhale, slowly move your both arms up to the shoulder level and palms facing downward, or otherwise you can interlock your fingers and place it under the head. You can do this or this, whichever is comfortable for you. Yes. Now exhale, turn your neck towards the right side, neck right side, and move your legs left side, or otherwise move your neck left side and legs right side. Make sure your knees on knees, toes on toes and heels on heels. This is Markatasana or lumbar twisting. Somewhere it is called Jivan Tattva Kriya. Push your hip more, twist your body, maintain the posture with normal breathing. Now slowly come back to the starting position. Repeat on the other side. Neck right, neck other side, legs other side, knees on knees, toes on toes, heels on heels. Turn your head. Yes. Maintain the posture with normal breathing, with a beautiful smile on your face. This asana improves spinal flexibility and relieves low back pain. So slowly come back to the starting position, extend your legs and relax. Next posture we will do here, Saral Matsyasana. Avoid in case of severe neck pain. Now bring the legs together. Place the hands beside the body. Yes. Now raise both the arms above the head and place the palms beside the head and keep the elbows parallel to each other. So this is the position of the palms and the elbows. Inhale with support of your arms, slowly lift your chest and try to place the crown of the head on the ground without neck strain. Exhale, slowly release your arms and place over the thighs, elbows resting on the ground. This is the final posture of Saral Matsyasana. Be there, maintain the posture with normal breathing. You can close your eyes. Yes. Keep breathing. Now inhale, place your arms beside the head. Exhale, with support of your hands slowly release your head and come back to the starting position. Relax yourself. This asana opens the chest and improves the lungs capacity. It is good for respiratory problems. Now, we will move towards the next posture. Next posture is Uttan Padasana. Join your legs. Inhale, slowly raise both the legs without bending the knees until you see your toes, palms beside your thighs. Raise your both legs up. Maintain the posture. Yes, with normal breathing. Don't hold your breath. Uttan Padasana strengthens the navel center and helps to improve breathing capacity. Exhale, bring both the legs down and palms them on the ground. Place them on the ground, relax yourself. From Uttan Padasana, then we will move towards the Ardha Halasana, the half plow posture. Avoid this practice in case of low back pain and abdominal hernia. You can do this practice with one leg, then other leg, one by one. Now, bring the legs together. Inhale, slowly raise your legs together without bending the knees and bring them perpendicular to the ground. Yes. Start your practice. Come to the final posture. Yes, you can see how beautifully he is doing it. This asana is found beneficial in the management of hypertension. Maintain the posture with normal breathing. Slowly come back and relax. Without raising your head, bring your legs down and relax in Shavasana. Next posture, we are going to do Pavan Muktasana. Avoid this practice in case of abdominal injuries, abdominal hernia and severe neck pain. Inhale, bring the legs together, hands by the side of the body and palms facing down. Extend both the knees. Exhale, bring both the knees and bring them towards the chest. Inhale, interlock your fingers and clasp the legs together. Very good. Toes pointing outward. Yes. Now inhale deeply and relax. If anyone has the pain in the neck regions, they are facing the cervical spondylitis, please don't raise your head. You can maintain this posture. Now exhale, raise the head till the chin close to the knees or touch it. Maintain the posture with normal breathing. Pavan Muktasana improves metabolism and it's very good for digestion. With inhalation, bring the head back, rest on the floor. Exhale, bring both the hands and legs back to the floor. Relax. Now, time for Shavasana. Here we practice. We have done the prone series, supine series. Now we are going to do the Shavasana, that is the relaxation pose of supine series. Spread the legs sideways, hands by the sides of the body and palms facing upward. Observe each and every part of the body from the heels to the head. Don't tighten any part of the body and maintain the final posture. Don't move any part. Just surrender your body weight towards the floor and feel the contact of the body with the ground. Constantly relax. Shit. Audio on है? With exhalation, surrender your body weight. Feel the movement of your abdominal region with inhalation and exhalation. Relax each and every body part. Now, slowly move your toes and fingers. Slowly join your legs. Turn to the right or left side and sit. Sit down comfortably by taking the support of the hands. This asana helps you relieve all kind of stress, anxiety and tension. Now, we will do the Kapalabhati Kriya. Sit in any meditative posture. Sukhasana, Ardha Padmasana, Padmasana or Vajrasana. Close your eyes. Keep your back and neck straight. Place your hands on the knees in Jnana Mudra. Remaining 3 fingers should be loose, but little bit stretch straight. In Kapalabhati Kriya, inhale deeply and expel the breath with forceful contraction of the abdominal muscles. Stretch your back. Active exhalation and passive inhalation. We will do the 30 strokes of Kapalabhati first round. So get ready. Back straight. Start your first round. Exhale deeply and relax. Feel the impact of Kapalabhati Kriya. Kapalabhati removes cough, disorder and improves functioning of respiratory organs. It cleans the frontal sinus and nasal passage. Now we will move towards the second round. Let's begin the second round. Stretch your back. and start your practice. Second and the last round. Your exhalation should be rhythmic. Don't apply too much force. Don't tighten your facial muscles. After complete 30 strokes, exhale deeply and relax. Feel the impact of Kapalabhati in the head region. Now, from here we will move towards the Anulom Vilom Pranayam. For Anulom Vilom Pranayam, keep sitting in the meditative posture, keep your back straight, left hand in the Jnana Mudra and the right hand in Nasagra Mudra. Adopt Nasagra Mudra. Yes. And now bring this mudra close to your nose, elbows close to the body. Don't tighten the shoulder. Completely breathe out first of all with both nostrils. Now slowly close the right nostril and inhale slowly from left nostril. After complete inhalation, close both nostrils, open your right nostril, exhale slowly. After complete exhalation, now inhale from the same right nostril. Inhale. You can count internally, mentally. Now hold, close both nostrils, open your left nostril, exhale. This is one round. Repeat 4 more rounds of Anulom Vilom Pranayam. Your breathing should be slow, deep and rhythmic. Don't make jerk in your breathing. Make your breathing slow, deep and rhythmic. Inhalation and exhalation. Try to make your inhalation and exhalation 1:1. Inhale from left, exhale from right. Inhale from right and exhale from left. There is no sound of inhalation and exhalation. Neck should be in center. Back should be straight. Don't tighten the shoulders. You have to connect with your body, observe your body, and then breathing. After complete 4 rounds, bring your right hand back. Just feel the impact of Anulom Vilom Pranayam. We are doing here Anulom Vilom Pranayam. So there is no need to hold your breath. You are just inhaling and exhaling. We just close the nostril to interchange it. We are not holding the breath. In the later on practice, in the Nadi Shodhan Pranayam, the higher state, then you learn how to hold with bandhas. But for the general public in CYP program, there is no holding, just inhalation and exhalation. Purak and Rechak. There is no Kumbhak. Now we move towards the Bhramari Pranayam. Keep your eyes closed with the hands in Jnana Mudra. In this practice, during exhale, make a deep, steady humming sound. It means you have to inhale and then make deep and humming sound. We will do 3 rounds of Bhramari Pranayam, back straight. Inhale. Inhale once again. Inhale. Now, we will repeat Bhramari Pranayam in Shanmukhi Mudra. For 2 times, adopt Shanmukhi Mudra, close the ears with the help of thumb, index finger, place your index finger on your eyes, middle finger close to the nose, starting position, and ring finger on the mouth stretch region, little finger on the chin. Elbows at the shoulder level. Yes. Inhale deeply. Inhale. Make it smooth, rhythmic humming sound. Now slowly bring your arms back. This pranayam helps to remove stress and make your mind calm. Now we move towards the dhyana. After the practice of Sukshma Kriyas, loosening practices, yogasanas, pranayam. Now time for dhyana. Dhyan is the most important component of practice, means meditation is the most component of yoga practice. It keeps the minds calm and quiet. Meditation brings clarity in thoughts. For this, sit comfortably, adopt Gyan Mudra, keep your eyes closed, stretch your back, fix your body at one place. Don't tighten any part of your body. After observing your body, observe your breath. How's your inhaling? How's your exhaling? Feel the flow of breath. Or if I say, watch each and every breath. Keep your breathing slow and deep. Watch your thoughts and emotion now. Meditate. Go deeper, deeper and deeper. You are observer, not a doer. Observe. Go deeper. Try to connect yourself. Try to find yourself. Tata drishta sarupa avasthana. Now slowly move your awareness on your breath. And observe your body once again. How's your back? How's your position of your legs? Take a deep, long inhale and exhale. And once again, deep, long inhale and exhale to come out, to connect the outer world. Now, adopt a resolution, adopt a sankalpa in your mind. I commit myself to always be in a balanced state of mind. I commit to do my duty to self, family, at work, to society, and to the world for the promotion of health, harmony, and peace at large. I commit to follow human values and work with devotion for development of the nation. Now, join your palms for Shanti part. Inhale. Sarve bhavantu sukhina. Sarve santu niramaya. Sarve bhadrani pashyantu. Ma kaschit dukha bhag bhave. Ma kaschit dukha bhag bhave. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Place your palms on your eyes and gently open your eyes. Thank you to all of you to connect with us and practice with us. So, we will connect with you once again Monday morning at 7 a.m. So, stay healthy and happy. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.